long runner.
Big radios. And I'm back one.
Real good ground wave conditions tonight. Really good ground wave conditions. Good night to stretch your stuff. Don't worry. By 12:07, we're gonna bust a skip corridor right to the West Coast. Noise blanker. No noise blanker. Noise blanker just blanks out half of fucking Nine's audio. Yeah, come on. Huh? All right, give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring some up.
JR, very good, excellent. I'm going to crank it up just a little more. How about that? Hello, COVID 2000. Dave me. Tempo. They're screaming. Come on, running away.
God, I wish I had my noise toy in this radio. I might put it in tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. He also turned the power off too. He's running stock.
Yeah, he got those severe RFI problems with certain people at home, you know?
why? It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to hear that. Don't waste no time. I want to laugh too. You can laugh when I'm standing on that cool shit. That's in the den. You want to be a fucking follower? Now I got my target set on you. They got a good stern talking to tonight by me, Johnny Iron Man, and JR. They fell into that category and they should straighten up, have a short-term goal, a mid-term goal, and a long-term goal. That's how I created my life today. On that basis, on that foundation, I built my world. And it's still not too late. You can still get jobs. City is always hiring provisionals in certain areas. I mean, no excuse. No excuse. They got Weight Watchers. They got all kinds of shit. I will tell you right now, man. Bringing ourselves with another man. Insanity. I think these guys got to get insanity. Yeah. Frank, you missed a very, very straight up and forward, in depth and in detail conversation here much earlier this evening. It was anywhere like everything was between like 9:30, 10 o'clock, quarter to 10, and a lot of things were said, and has nothing to do with Weight Watchers. Absolutely. And I mentioned to a lot of others out there that instead of hating us for talking the way we did, take it as constructive criticism and continue to use it. Stop hating the player, but hate the game. Bullshit. I ain't with that dumb shit. You know I'll fucking be over there in a heartbeat.
You would, Arby.
Hey, Rich, he was going to be where?
I think he in love wants to be where we are or something, or where you are. I don't know.
That fucking getting retarded. Want to get upset? I know it. That was a Malachi crunch.
Was it a captain or a lieutenant?
Captain Crunch. Can't talk out here in this neighborhood. He's got no juice to do that. He's got his box on high and he's got his antenna holding it out the window up higher and he's screaming into the mic and he's still doing it too. He's right where he belongs. And all you people out there that are listening to me and JR talk tonight, heed my warning. And listen to me. You'll get someplace in life. Don't sit back and be a fat slob. Eat right, exercise, and fucking go to work. Because he can't get enough no more. You know what's sad is that the system that we have to pay into voluntarily, because we all know about the taxes, and we all know about 5 the city to help you pay rent, which I'm okay with. But these freeloaders out there, I'll never be okay with that. John, one time Puerto Rican told me, you know why we have so many Puerto Ricans in America? Why? Because in Puerto Rico, if you get welfare, you gotta go to work. Well, Frankie, you know what? When you use the word Puerto Rican, can you rephrase it to like Hispanic? Because when they hear that, they think right away. They don't understand that you mean Hispanic, but when they hear that that way, it's said that way, and they're put into that category, into the conversation, right away, you're a racist. So, use the word Hispanic. All right, let me clarify it. A Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico told me and gave me that answer. I'm not talking about every Hispanic or Hispanics. I'm talking about a Puerto Rican man with a Puerto Rican accent that just came to America not too long ago. Yeah, told me that about Puerto Ricans. I'm not being racist. I'm not being nothing. I'm just putting a statement out there. Yeah, therefore, is Dixie working right now? No, he ain't Dixie. See, let me just say one thing, guys. You guys fail to understand that you're dealing with people with the education of a 4-year-old, 5-year-old kid. Just keep that in mind when you talk to these idiots. You know what I mean? You can't really talk to them as a man. You have to think of it as the way you talk to your 5-year-old child. Well, that's because they don't want to pick up the newspaper and talk about anything intelligent. They don't want to sound or feel good about themselves, John. They just want to be miserable. So when their misery loves company, so that's what they try to do, get other people around them miserable. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't get us angry. You can't get us upset. You really can't do anything to me, you know? I continue living the lifestyle that I live. It's something that you always want. Those guys out there, you know, who use the word can't. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh, I can't my back, I can't my foot, I can't my knee. You know, don't blame me. Don't hate me. Hate yourself. Well, I just thought I'd bring that out. We gotta be really easy on them because they really don't comprehend anything you're saying. You know, you gotta think of it as the way you would talk to a 5-year-old kid. You know, you gotta use words. Understand?
Kids gloves, kids gloves, kids glove.
Yeah, you got education children grow up and be special education adults. Okay? That's what I mean. Like, we're talking about all this stuff out here, and they're not comprehending it. They're only getting bits and pieces of it. And all we're hearing is a bunch of guys out here being racist and, you know what I'm saying, trying to put them down. That's all they hear. They don't understand what we're saying is actually good for them to listen to. Because maybe they'll improve their lives somehow if they listen to it. But they, like I said, they don't have the brain comprehension enough to have like the brains of a 5-year-old. So you have to treat them like a 5-year-old child. And then you'll be okay.
Yeah, but even the bits and pieces that they're getting, no matter what you think, they just can't understand it because it's not in their moral way of thinking.
Smoking cigarettes or smoking pot while the child she was pregnant, and you know, disabilities happen like that to all kids. You know, they turn out to be aggressive children. They become very passive, and they don't want to. You know, they're not no-getters. They lay back and give me getters. You know, whatever you give me, I take you. That's it. You know, so sometimes the problem is it definitely starts from above. Especially for parents, absolutely. You know, especially if mama eats a lot of greasy foods, you know, the baby keeps looking at her hands, the head bouncing on the floor several times. You know, that's what's going to happen, you know? Imagine, man. Somebody like that, they should be put away for the rest of their life. Not be able to see daylight for like 50 years for having a child like that. Having a baby that's addicted to crack. That mom, the kid should be taken away, and that mom should be put away for as long as possible, humanly possible. So now, you know, us knowing that, especially the way they tell you about your relations with that woman? I told him, yeah, why does he always say you gotta go take a shit, you gotta go to work whenever you gotta take a shower? Now Richie takes a shower all the time, you know, he's on the radio, I gotta go take a shower. You know, when mom smokes pot and the kid doesn't want to do nothing, listen to him. Day in and day out, it's the same rhetoric that he hears out there in the same stuff. Nothing intelligent, nothing to talk about, nothing to compare things to, nothing to maybe I can understand that it's important in his world. Nothing. He tells me nothing.
Well, I think it started when their brains started forming and the word career didn't have no weight, or the word career and gainful employment didn't have no weight over the street corner or the street hustle.
Well, listen, as kids, and we all know that, right? They are like parrots. They mimic everything the parents do. Whether it's good or bad, it does not know. They don't know. They don't know that it's bad or good when they're mimicking their parents. They hold their parents to the highest regard. They look at them and they say, one day I'm going to be like them, but when they realize what they are, sometimes it's just too late to change. And there you go. That's 911 for you.
Oh, not for nothing, but for all the babies and the kids in the room listening and all the cats in elementary school and maybe junior high school, man, let me tell you the trick to success. The trick to success, my friend, is making it to your adulthood without having a cat like me ever ask your name or write it down. Richie Clare. You know, product of the environment, like you said, you know. I mean, some people can grow up in an environment where maybe mommy ain't smoking dope, you know, maybe mommy killing people for money, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they decide in their life that they want to be something totally different, like, you know, this is where the money and the power's at. Well, what scares the hell out of this money and this power? Whatever it is, I definitely got to go there. What'd I say?
Hey, listen, knowledge is good power, sister. The more you know, the more things you get. But, what do you do, Rich? You can only lead a horse to the water. You can't make it drink. So what do? We sit back and say, poor kid. I wish his life was just a little better. He wouldn't hate the world the way he does.
Hey, Mike?
You know, and I'll tell you how far you're gonna go.
Hey, Mike?
Yo, what up, Richie? 127, pistol grip.
Just for the record, without us veering off here, I just want to make you alert that Punky Pie and keyed over JR to try to throw his trademark at me. But Mike, all joking aside, let me direct this to you because you're in the right neighborhood and, you know, you could answer it correctly. Mikey, you're from what, 18th Avenue, yeah?
Right.
Alright, Mike, this is the way I see it, okay? From the time I walked out, you know the area, the neighborhood, you grew up there. So did I. From the time I walked out of Coney Island Hospital, my brain, as far back as it could take me, was on West 4th Street between Avenue P and Quentin Road. Little did I know my godfather upstairs was Richie the Chief Logan. Okay? So, you know, you grow up where we grow up, Mikey. You want to be one of three things, Mikey. A gangster, dead because of the gangsters, or a cop. You do the math, kid.
Yeah, I grew up in Gravesend too, Richie. I live there now, but I grew up on W and McDonald Avenue. And before that, many, many years ago, was the Marlboro houses. When the Marlboro houses were all white people who were saving up to buy houses, and people that were coming back from the war needed inexpensive housing, so they could people a favor by giving them Social Security and food stamps, and man, people are working off the books and collecting, okay? You know, I can understand that, but they could do better. They could get a really good job and move out, buy a co-op or a condo, own something, lease, buy a nice car. Don't borrow shit,
You know what I'll be right now.
something nice, man. I tell you, John, I'm a spoiled motherfucker. And I gotta be the first one to admit it and tell you, I am spoiled.
Yeah, but Mike, what you said before Marlboro Projects, where you said you grew up, it'd be really, really hard for you not to know my family's antics because, that less than 5 blocks away and 2 blocks away was where it all started. So, it'd be real hard for you not to know, I feel good talking to you because you know who and where, and you know where I could be and the things I walked away from.
One thing, there was 4 options. You forgot about us mechanics out here.
I think Punky Pieman, the alleged lawman's a little sick that all his bullshit just went in the toilet bowl there, and a lot of shit of his has been in the toilet bowl for a while. And sometimes I'm not proud of the things I did. I've done some things, I've done some things that I would not do today under normal operating circumstances. There's no denying, disputing, or lying that, and I'll leave it at that.
A lonely crackhead. Yeah, well, listen, Frankie.
Look who I brought out, Mikey.
Talking for over 2.5 hours, and, they're done. They're done listening, so now, the bewitching hours has come amongst us, and they're going to try to say something to get us angry. I guess, who knows what the point is, but everybody needs some airtime.
Rogers, well, I needed a good reason to pull these covers off. It's about that time.
You listen to the heights you guys are listening to, you can't get a rise out of you. I don't think, they didn't graduate from high school. You could tell they're delinquents.